Yeah.
And then I replayed Hyperstone Heist, and I still actually, even though I sold my Genesis collection, I found that's the one game they wouldn't buy. I have Hyperstone Heist in my cellar. That game sucks. I'm sorry.
What? What'd you just say?
Yes.
What did you just
Yes, it does.
What did you just say?
Hot take.
Say this again. I want to make sure I heard you right.
Yeah, I played it, and then you get to a certain level, and you just go through each boss. Well, first off, a lot of the levels are pretty boring. After the first few stages, goes downhill, and then right before the end of the game, you go through boss. It's like, you know how they do this in beat 'em ups. I think a lot of us get annoyed with that. Sometimes it's cool, but they literally go every single boss before Shredder on the last level. It's called the Gauntlet, and there's no even pizza. It's just, and then you die, and you can hit continue, but you have to start the level over again. That sucks. That's like manufactured difficulty. I can't stand stuff like that. Like, okay, if you're gonna do that, have a pizza every once in a while. No pizza. Did you play that level?
I don't know what to say right now.
Hyperstone Heist, right before the end of the game, you get to the Gauntlet. Like, I was enjoying the game enough, and then I got to that, and I'm like, this is some BS. Like, this is manufactured difficulty. There's boss after boss after boss, and no pizza, no recovery, no health recovery. Yeah.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
I'm sorry,
Max.
Eating Face.
And blocked.
Oh, look, even
no, I'm just kidding.
turning on me. It's turning on me.
Max, that is the most ridiculous.
Bullshit,
that is the most ridiculous take I've ever heard from you. Like, what are you talking about?
What?
Like Hyperstone.
Listen, I owned the game.
No.
Then I replayed it, and I was like, I really hate this one. I really hate this
You
one.
really hate it? You hate
Yes.
Hyperstone Heist?
Yep. Because of the levels start to get the level designs to get boring, and then the Gauntlet.
Are you?
level,
Is this like a? Where is this coming from? Like, I'm baffled.
Go ahead, play it.
What do you mean? Like,
game.
You want me to play it?
When you get to that level.
Okay.
When you get to that level, yeah.
So the whole game sucks because at a certain point there's a boss rush.
Before that, before that it wasn't great as it was. Like the levels were getting a little more boring, uninteresting.
Whoa.
You know.
Are you just like, what is the? Where is this coming from? Is this like?
Listen, I'm a Sega guy too. I gotta admit, Super Nintendo has the better Turtles games, and I like the fighting game for the Sega too.
I'm looking at the chat and nobody is agreeing with you.
I don't remember having. Thanks, Silver Wings. I appreciate. I don't remember having a problem with Hyperstone Heist. Did you beat it?
I've beaten Hyperstone Heist several times. I love Hyperstone Heist. Me and my daughter think it's our favorite one to play 2-player.
Well, I'm sorry you and your daughter are wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. I'm glad people like it. I just didn't enjoy going through it. Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I almost hesitate to call this a show because this is more like a public service that we're trying to perform. This is like this is one of those moments when you have to stand up for what's right. You have to stand up for what you believe in. You have to take a stand against some really horrible takes that some people have that, you know, frankly can just do a lot of damage that that I don't think people realize what they're doing. I would hope that someone like Max, who I think is my friend, I thought was my friend, but now I don't know what to think. Someone with a take like this, it's hard to know. What's up, John? How you doing? Can you hear me, John?
I can.
I can hear you too. Can you believe what we've seen here? This is what they call a heel turn, right? I mean, am I wrong? Like, what is happening here? Like, I still can't believe this is going on.
Well, I mean, I didn't believe it. This is not. First of all, I don't think anyone expected this.
Right.
Um, you know,
I mean, how could you?
you, you, it's just one of those things you're going through life and you don't think, and then it happens, and you're like, oh my gosh, who is this person that we thought we knew? But then they say it's always the quiet ones, and there's always signs, and but
I
no,
guess. I mean, there were people that had told me, that had warned me that Max was a bad person, and that he would eventually turn on me. And I didn't want to believe that, because I was like, no, I know Max. He's a good guy. He would never do something like that. And then, bam! He just shits all over my Ninja Turtles game, and he even went after my daughter. You heard it. You heard him.
He brought your family into this.
He
It
did.
was just
It was disgusting.
insane.
It was absolutely
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, and and it's not even like, because when you told me, I didn't believe you, and I thought maybe he just liked Turtles in Times better, because that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
But to say it's the worst game,
He said it was a bad game. He said it was
Yeah.
terrible. He said all kinds of.
yeah, he went too far. I mean, you have to draw a line in the sand somewhere, and I think he went too far.
I mean, I don't know what to think, because on the one hand, I go, is it even possible to believe what he's saying? And if not, then is he just saying it to try to screw with me and therefore all of you as well? Like, is he using my audience? Is that what's happening? Are we being manipulated here by a mastermind of some sort who has like this plan to try to like get us all riled up so that we can generate views and content for him? Is that what's going on right now? I don't know, because I find it difficult to believe that a thinking human being who loves video games could believe this stuff. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I need you to help me understand, John. I'm glad you came. I appreciate you being here. This is a dark time for us right now. Things are happening that I just don't understand, and your insight is invaluable.
I don't think you can say something as gross as what he said without really meaning it. Um, there's those situations where some people are not in the right mental state.
Right.
Sometimes they come out and say things that, maybe they regret saying. So maybe he was, just in one of those states. Maybe he didn't get enough sleep that day, and he just needs to come on and clear things up and just, offer an apology to the community.
I would hope that as a reasonable human being who understands the consequences of actions and things like that, I would hope that Max would understand the invitation, because I did invite him. I sent him this link in a text, and he even came in here. I don't know if you saw, but he came in here and he had to say this, and that disturbs me. He says, "Face the truth, Hyperstone stinks." What kind of person would do this? It's like he's taunting me further. It's not enough to come to my channel, to abuse my trust, to manipulate my audience, to talk about my daughter, to then throw it back in my face after he's invited to come on and explain himself and provide a full apology for what he's done. Instead, he doubles down, he triples down, he quadruples down, he downs all the downs, and says that the game stinks. Well, of course it stinks, because you shit on it, Max. You shit on the game. Of course it's going to stink. That's your fault. That's not the game's fault. That's your shit.
Yeah.
I'm just so
I mean,
disappointed.
You've said it. I mean, we all have our takes. We all have our questionable takes, but there's having a take, and then there's just being so far out in left field. I mean, it doesn't even seem like reality.
It's hard
It's
to
like
believe. It's hard to believe.
Yeah. So, but I mean, there is hope for Max. Hopefully, he can come on here and clear some things up, and we can maybe, get him back on the right track. Yeah, I mean, first of all, he calls himself a Sega fan. I have to question everything now, Cyrus.
How can you be
I
a
have to even
Sega
question
fan?
if he's a Sega fan.
There's no way you could be a Sega fan and have this take on Hyperstone Heist. That's impossible. That's actually impossible. Yes, thank you, Zeno.
Yeah.
Zeno knew what was up. And Zeno, I'm going to have to blame you a little bit here too for not warning me with enough vigor. You could have warned me stronger. You could have done a better job of warning me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, Zeno, I think, knew Max before us.
Well, did he? Maybe he was fooled just like we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just taken for a ride like the rest of us.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have to question I have to question everything now. His take on movies, his take on the quality of masks.
I don't even know if he likes the Wii U. I don't know what to believe.
Well, when we were at Too Many Games, he purchased a handful of Wii games, not Wii U games. Now we know what he says about the Wii U, but I didn't see him buy a single Wii U game while we were down there. So, I mean, there you go. More evidence to add to the pile here.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like all this time that I've known him, he went and he got me those 2 Jaguar games. Atari Jaguar. He got me those 2 games, and now I feel like that was just the long game. Like he was playing the long con on me, like all the stuff, like selling me those Super Famicom games and all that. It's you notice he didn't get me any Genesis stuff. You notice there wasn't any Sega stuff.
Mm-hmm.
See, you see what's happening here? We've played Wii U, okay? He's buying Wii games. He got me Atari Jaguar stuff. He got me Super Nintendo stuff. We've played on Xbox. Not one time have we ever played on any Sega system, and he never even talked to me about getting Sega stuff. In fact, I've never seen him play anything that I can remember that's Sega. This changes my whole outlook on Max. I must be stupid. Like I fall for everything, There's there's been other stuff that I would believe and go along with and then end up getting screwed on. And now it's Max doing it to me. I just can't believe it.
I mean, have we even ever seen him play a game?
I've never, you know what? I'm trying to remember when we were doing the event. Did he actually play anything, or did he just watch us with that crazy grin?
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. He had the, you know what I'm talking about, that 1,000-yard stare, that crazy grin that he has. The reason he wears the mask, everybody knows. You've seen him. He has that crazy look. Scares people, makes people afraid. And this is why. He's actually a comic book supervillain. He actually is a villain. I'm sorry, I didn't want to say all this and reveal all these things about Max, but he's pushed this to the point to where there's nothing I can do. This is what happens. He went too far, and we have to step up and stop this man. Nobody should be allowed to do what he's done.
I have to at the very least tonight pull his Sega card. I mean, I can't continue to let that go on. I cannot continue to call him a brother, in Sega.
It's just been revoked. Yeah, it's just been revoked, Max. You know
what? I think maybe he was a Super Nintendo kid, and this is kind of maybe he's those Bit Wars, man. He's still knee deep in the muck in the Bit Wars, and he can't get out of it.
My daughter just walked in.
This entire time.
My daughter just walked in. I have to tell you what happened with Mac.
What happened?
Do you remember when we played Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis, the Turtles game?
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that was our favorite one to play together, 2-player?
Mm-hmm.
Max said we're wrong.
What?
Max said we were wrong. And that game is terrible. Max said that game sucks. And we were wrong. That our joy that we shared together as a
real.
father and daughter was wrong. You son of a bitch!
Listen here, sir. How dare you desecrate the sanctity of this household with these heretics
I'm sorry.
statements?
Okay.
We're not doing this, sir. My feelings are hurt.
It's okay. I'm sorry to bring you into this.
I'm raging.
It's okay.
This calmness that I'm experiencing, this is me raging.
I understand.
It's-
This was never expected from someone that we thought was our friend. And now we know we were, the whole time, he was hiding his...
He was supposed to be the chosen one.
You're going somewhere we can't follow, Max.
See, even Mobile's distraught. Look at him.
This is unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Wow.
I'm actually playing Hyperstone Heist right now, and I just
Yeah, because it's badass, right?
it's the best. I mean, it's first of all, it's the only one. I'm trying to think what else is there. Yeah. Well, you could do the championship or whatever that's called. But when you look at Turtles in Time, which is a good game,
Yeah.
that is mostly just an arcade, a direct arcade port with some added features to it. Hyperstone Heist was developed specifically for the Genesis as its own game. Developed from the ground up as a completely new game, and even had stuff like Tatsu. They gave homage to the 91, I think it was the 91 movie of Tatsu, Shredder's head guy. You had Super Shredder in there. First of all, Rocksteady wasn't even in the SNES version. He was in the Hyperstone Heist version. I mean, Max needs to explain himself on this.
I feel like he's deliberately avoiding us now. I feel like,
No, this is intentional at this point.
It's, if you're gonna come out on the internet and you're gonna make these kind of accusations, you're gonna reach this level. When you decide to do that, when you make the decision in your life to take things that far, okay, you have to stand by your word. You have to be able to stand up and say, yes, this is what I said, this is what I believe, and I'm going to take the fallout from that. I'm going to take the consequences from that. I'm going to face the music. But instead, he comes and he makes this antagonizing little statement, and then he disappears. Here it is. This is what he comes on this stream. He comes in the chat and says this, and then hides again. Just like he's always hidden. Just like that's what he does. He gets behind his mask, and he doesn't have to accept responsibility for anything he says. How dare you, Max? If that's even... I don't even know who you are. I don't know who you are. How would you... I don't even know if it really was Max that did this, because it's a dude with the mask. It could be anybody. Do we know it was Max? I mean,
it could have been one of those AI voice generators.
I get fooled by these alt accounts all the time. I don't even know how to. They get me every single time. So it is possible. It could have been an alt account and not actually Max. It is possible. Yeah, with the AI voice like you're talking about. I mean, I don't know. And Max, I sent him the stuff. Why isn't he here to explain himself or defend what he's...
He is either hiding or he's sleeping.
Well, you know what? I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm awake.
But if he is sleeping, how convenient. Just let me say that. How convenient, Max, that you're sleeping.
It is a convenient time to fall asleep and to not be awake when you have to answer hard questions about your hot take.
What's up?
I said maybe he just got tired of your stupid community.
No, we're being funny.
She brings up a good point. That is a good point. But you never... I don't think that's...
I must have my... did you hear that? I thought I muted it.
No, I heard that.
I just have the wrong... I must have the wrong mic activated. Son of a bitch. Stupid ass Discord.
Max must have switched them. That's what happened. He switched them on you.
That's what happened. Yep.
Damn it, Max. Well,
There
you know
we
what?
go.
Let's talk for a second. You know what? We've outraged enough for a minute here. Let's talk about some.
Does that sound better?
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's much better.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. You know what? We're all flustered here right now. We're lucky to.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I jumped on here so fast
Yeah.
because I couldn't even believe what was happening.
I still
You
can't.
know.
I still can't. I think it's time for us to start to address some specifics as to why his crazy, insane, hateful take is wrong, and why the Hyperstone Heist is such a great game. You know, there's so many awesome things about this game, but he's just completely none of that matters because he just has decided that it's shit, and that we're obviously stupid for liking it, which is terrible. The things he said.
You know what the ironic part about this whole thing is? I'm going to give myself a self-plug here. Almost, okay, let's say the 17th. See, and this, again, leads me to believe that this was orchestrated by Max, because this is just too convenient. Almost a year ago, by 4 days, I did my Bit Wars episode of
Really?
Hyperstone Heist versus Turtles in Time.
Oh,
Because I did that August. That was released July 13th of last year. So I don't know. Maybe he had some sort of like a PTSD thing from that, and something. I don't know. It's just all too convenient at this point.
so you think it's possible that your video might have set him off or triggered him in some way?
I think so.
That's
Like
interesting.
the date. Let me ask you this: when was that stream that you guys did?
It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Okay, so I mean, getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I can't believe him. I think he just was not in his right mind. Maybe he had his own stream previously and things didn't go right and he was flustered. But you could say things like, hey, it's not the better of the two, which I can totally see. Like, everyone has their preferences, but to come out and say it sucks? I mean, from what I heard, Sai, it sounds like he's just bad at the game and he's bitter. I mean, that's kind of what I heard.
That is what I heard. I mean, I have to admit that I'm kind of hung up on him attacking my daughter so brutally, just going after her like for the jugular. Like it was really uncalled for, and it's kind of like I'm having like a hard time seeing past that right now. I just can't believe that.
And you know what? And you could say that the bosses in Hyperstone Heist are actually, I mean, the bosses aren't hard. Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't go as far as to say they're easy, but
yeah.
the first few bosses are relatively the same.
Do you think it's possible that he just doesn't understand how to use a Sega Genesis controller? Do you think that might be it? That it's because the
3-button layout could really throw him off. Absolutely, something to consider.
I mean, we don't know because he won't come on and explain, so we just have to speculate on everything, Oh, Zeno, thank you very much. She's okay for now. She's okay for now, but I've got to keep an eye on her. Are you okay?
I'm raging.
She's raging.
It's like a calm psychotic rage.
I mean, listen, if this doesn't cause some lifelong trauma, I would be a little surprised, actually.
It does make sense.
Okay.
And you're entitled to your feelings. He hurt you to hurt me. And that's fucked up. This is a person that we all thought we knew and that I would even go so far as to say we love. And now
I sat down and I played Street Fighter with this guy.
Yeah.
Wait, pizza.
I mean, I look back and I'm like, how could I even do that?
What?
Shut up. We're being angry. Don't act. Shut up. You're gonna blow it. All right.
Yes, I'm very upset.
Listen, I mean, some people have to cope everyone copes their own ways.
That's right. The laughter is just because
I get it.
we're so stressed.
That's how some people cope.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know what? If she has to laugh, I mean, I get it. You know.
It's a nervous laugh. It's a nervous laugh, right? Because my God, we've been abused. You know, it's horrible. It's so horrible. I just can't believe he still won't come on. Like, he still is not coming on. That's crazy. It's not like he didn't know this was happening. This is all, he's just sitting back and enjoying this. He's like,
he's laughing at the destruction he created. He's just sitting back, and who knows what sort of sick things are going through his mind at the destruction he has caused in the community. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk just for a second. Let's actually talk about the game. So I'll go first. Some things that I love about the game, okay? For one, there's no slowdown in this game, as opposed to some of the other Ninja Turtle games. There's no real flicker or slowdown, and that's because of the extreme power of the Sega Genesis, which we all love, except for maybe not all of us do, but I thought all of us did, but okay. So I love that it's the game runs fast, and it doesn't have flicker, it doesn't have slowdown. That's some of the stuff that I love. Is there something specific you could point to that sort of just illustrates the love you have for the Hyperstone Heist?
Well, he said something that I found interesting. He said the levels were boring, but I think the levels are actually a little bit better in Hyperstone Heist. First of all, there's less. There's six levels in Hyperstone Heist, but they are longer levels because the game was made to be on a console. It wasn't an arcade port like Turtles in Time was. But I mean, my favorite thing, I mean, you mentioned the slowdown, that there is none, and how it runs faster. Thank you, Blast Processing.
Yes, sir.
But the soundtrack is much better. In my opinion.
That's good. All of those very valid points. Hard to argue against, really. You know, this is an original game. It's similar to some of the other Turtle games, but this was not an arcade port. This was a completely original game for the Genesis. And I mean, I was jealous. I had the TurboGrafx and everything, and I was like, oh man, Genesis got a badass Turtle game. And I gotta admit, I really got into playing Genesis because of games like this and like Castlevania Bloodlines and some other games. I was like, this is what Genesis is all about. This is an example of what makes it so great. You know? So for Max to come out and say, not only is this game bad, it's the worst. He said it was the worst of all the beat 'em up Turtles games. I don't even know how to process that. I know I'm going in circles with this, but it's a riddle wrapped inside an enigma, you know?
I feel like he really didn't mean... I want to say he didn't mean the worst, but he said it was bad. What I heard was just frustration coming from his voice.
Do you think you think he was reacting to him sucking at the game? And
I think he's bad at the game.
That's right. I think that's right.
And, you know, ironically, I think it's actually one of the easier beat 'em up games in the 16-bit generation. I mean,
yeah,
it's one of the few I can put down on my Genesis and pretty much easily get to the final boss. I mean, I think it's easier than like Streets of Rage 2. The final boss is much easier in this game than, you know, and even Hyperstone Heist. It's much easier than Hyperstone Heist. I'm sorry, Turtles in Time.
Oh, Luke says that Max hates Teenage Turtles. There might be something to that. I don't know.
Maybe got bit as a kid. Maybe you had a snapping turtle at some point.
I think you might be onto something. This is a personal thing. It felt personal. It felt personal. It was so intense that people don't make those kind of statements unless they really have this like deep feeling about it, you know? Like this is coming from somewhere. Something bad happened a long time ago with turtles and ninjas, and I don't know exactly what the mix of that was, but Max is seeing it here, and it has I mean, he doesn't seem to mind the Turtles games, the other Turtles games, but this specific one, something Hyperstone Heist, Manhattan. Maybe it's something happened in New York with a turtle. There was a ninja that we don't know. We don't know. We're just speculating because that's all we can do, because we don't have all the information. Because for some reason, Max decided to throw rocks and run. He decided to attack and hide. He fired off a bunch of rounds as he sped past our house and then peeled out and is hiding out somewhere in the projects. We don't know exactly what's going on.
Well, you know, he's also wrong too. You know, because he said in that stream that you guys did that during that boss rush mode that you don't get pizza, but you do get pizza. You get a pizza after each. There's a pizza drop after each boss.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just so confused.
And even you know what? I'm trying to think. If there isn't, maybe there isn't. But the first couple bosses are pretty easy. I mean, you should be able to get the first two bosses with you should be able to get both of those without getting hit.
Luke, Kamikaze, you guys, come on in. Come in and talk. And we've got to air this out. We've got to let our feelings be known. We have to defend this game that has been unfairly besmirched. You know, if you have something to say, this is where to do it. This is the time to do it. Because clearly, Max isn't coming in here. He's not going to defend himself. He's not going to defend his insane take. Because
you can't defend a take like this. It's just going to come off as him being bitter because he's terrible at the game.
Oh my God. Anglo Jackson. Love that name. Says he's wrong, just like the take that the best Super Mario game is Super Nintendo Super Mario World is the best. That is also wrong. How dare you? This is not a time to rub salt in our wound.
I agree. I agree with Anglo Jackson now.
You know what, John? We're focused right now. We're focused.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're right. For another debate. Yeah. No, I get it.
See, that's what he wants. That's what Max.
Yeah, you're right. He wants, you know.
Yeah.
Anglo Jackson is a psyop placed in this chat.
Oh my God.
To distract us and get us fighting amongst ourselves. Thanks, Jason.
Wow. Wow. Pizzagate was real. Anyway, I don't know what else I can say about this game other than clearly it's badass and a lot of fun. It has really good music, fast action. It's a Ninja Turtle game. It's a fun Ninja Turtle game. 2 players. And really good graphics. I don't know. What can you say? Like, I don't know what I need to say. You guys have played the game. You know what it's like. Is this a bad game? I mean, you tell me. Anybody in the chat, if you think Hyperstone Heist deserves the criticism that Max has laid upon it, that this is the worst Turtles beat 'em up, it's a bad game, it's not good, it's not fun, it's a shitty game. If you agree with that, you click the button. There's a little X in the top right corner. Just click that, and anybody.
I don't think any just unsubscribe if you agree with me.
Yeah, that pretty much.
Do we really need that sort of negativity around the community?
Honestly, why would I want to, like, if I was a subscriber to a channel and the people on that channel liked the game that I thought was abject shit, I wouldn't want to subscribe. I mean that. So yeah, you're right. If you think that this game is this horrible piece of shit that Max thinks it is, you do what you feel is right. Make the decision that you think is the correct one. You know, follow your heart. Absolutely. Max also said,
even Jason said he's never met anyone that thinks Hyperstone Heist is a bad game.
Nobody would think that. I don't know how you would think that. That's not a real take.
There really are no bad Konami games of the 16-bit era if you think about it. So yeah, I have to believe it was a hot take instance. I mean, was it a hot mic? Did he know he was on air?
I played the clip. I played the clip at the beginning.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You did. See, and that's the thing. I keep trying to look for excuses for Max, but I don't see any. There he is now, in the chat. So Max, I mean, you really need to get in here, because I think the community,
how dare you? You have some nerve.
I think the community. You owe an explanation to the community here.
You know what, Max? You need to come in here, and you need to explain why you hate my family. Because right now my daughter is beside herself.
She was so distraught she was laughing because she couldn't help herself.
I just don't know what to think right now. Do you not know how to work Discord? Is that the problem? Is it like you don't know how to work a Genesis controller? You also don't know how to work Discord? Is that what the deal is? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Max is a Nintendo fanboy, Luke. I think we're...
Oh my god.
I think some of these things are starting to be uncovered.
Wait. Okay, he's got more to say, but...
It's not a collection of levels, though.
Wow. The gauntlet level bites? Holy crap.
Yeah, see, he's bitter because he's bad at the game.
Do you like Power Rangers over the Ninja Turtles, Max? Is that true? I mean, we can't back that up. Right now, that's just a statement being laid out. I don't know that that's factual. You know, I don't want to make any accusations. But is it true?
Well, Max, I don't know if you were listening, but we have pulled your Sega card. We can continue to. We've decided we can continue to be your friend. Maybe more of an associate, but we have to pull your Sega card at this point because we've determined a real Sega fan would not sit there and say Hyperstone Heist is a bad game. We can't accept that.
I haven't questioned somebody's integrity this much in months. Like, I'm just appalled that you have deceived me for this long. I don't know what to think.
Well, you know what? I hope Max can come on here and settle some things with you. I unfortunately do have to go, but I do hope that Max can come out and talk to the community. Apologize to your daughter for those awful, terrible things that he said. I don't think it's ever right to bring someone's family into it like he did, and he just needs to take a step in the right direction here. I mean, there is forgiveness in the community. Everybody can redeem themselves, but I think Max has some work to do here. So yeah, be better, Max. Cyrus, great stream. I'll be listening to the rest. Everybody in the community, just know that us retro gamers do not stand by this sort of statement by Max. We disavow.
Yes.
And that's my statement. Have a good stream.
Thank you, John. You're a good friend. And a good friend who understands the value of Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. Thank you, sir. There goes John. A good man. A real man. A man who shows his face and loves his Sega Genesis. Do you even wait, bro? Oh my god, now he's gonna pull the "oh, but I was about to come on" card. Dude, how deceptive can you be? My god. Well, I don't know if Max is going to come on or not. I feel like I have to apologize to my audience for the magnitude of roasting that has gone on from Max on this channel, because I just don't support that kind of negativity, and I don't encourage people that come on this. There he is. There he is.
John the retro bro even wait, bro? Come on.
The man himself.
Hurt your family? What is this
How
about?
dare you, sir? How
And then
dare
I
you.
replayed Hyperstone
I'm not gonna
Heist,
play
and I still
have
actually
bad
taste if you guys like Hyperstone Heist.
Why
Oh
would
my
you say?
gosh.
Why would you say these things?
I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I get that from John. Listen, I love Sonic CD. Sonic CD is great.
How dare you? You know exactly what you're saying when you say something like that.
This Hyperstone Heist
You
is a collection of levels
you
from other better Turtles games. It has some levels
better
from,
Turtles games.
Yes. It has some levels from Turtles in Time. It has some levels from the first arcade game. And then it just puts all these bosses in one level. It's boring as hell with no pizza.
Look, it's
And
not.
it goes down.
It's not all about.
The farther the game goes, the more boring it gets. It
That,
starts out okay.
I don't even know what to say. Like, how long have you been planning this ambush?
I'm not. I actually have another stream I'm supposed to go on to in 5 minutes, but
How convenient.
I'm backstabbed by my super retro bros. I think this is I don't even know if we're gonna do it this month. This is the end.
Of course we're gonna do it. We're just fucking around. But if we
Hyperstone
weren't fucking around, this would be
disaster.
absolutely
No,
horrible.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No. Let's get back to it. Fuck you, Max.
Fuck
Sit.
you too.
Sit on this.
Super graphic. Fuck you, 64.
I don't understand why you don't like Hyperstone Heist.
Sit on this 64
Hey,
ways.
hey.
Super mega.
What the hell? What? Yeah.
Did you replay it since I had this discussion?
I played it at the beginning of the stream. Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody
I
had to
set
see
a
what you said.
I set a notification, but I'm also really sleepy, and I forgot that you already went live.
It's all right. It's fine. I'm not important enough.
No, I'm trying to stay awake for my pal Bruce's first stream too. It's Monday night. You know how I am on Mondays.
Hyperstone Heist is for fucking families.
Mondays almost suck as bad as Hyperstone Heist, but not as bad.
You know what? If you're just gonna come on
You know
here,
what? I'm not gonna be like that. I would rather play Hyperstone Heist than work on a Monday.
if you're just gonna come, well,
Not by
thank you
much.
for at least saying that. Thank you for
Yeah.
that at least. But
Yeah.
you know,
The
I
worst
appreciate
TMNT beat 'em up ever.
are you mad that I sold my Jaguar? Is it my Jaguar?
I am a little mad. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm I held on to it for a long time and it was really cool and I still can play the games. I just, I thought it made sense to go ahead and sell it. But I mean, come on, dude. What am I supposed to do? Come on. What do you want?
But forever. That's what you're supposed to do.
Shut up. It's funny because nobody liked the Jaguar. Everybody constantly want to tell me how bad the Jaguar was. And then I sell it and everybody's like, why'd you sell the Jaguar?
Yeah. You're like the one retro friend that always is like the Atari Jaguar.
Dude, I love the Jaguar, but I don't need to own the actual system. That's what I figured out. It took me a long time to accept that. And I was like, yeah, I don't need to own it. And so I don't. But I still love the games. I know that's weird, but it's hard to
I'm
understand.
gonna send you pictures of all the Jaguar carts I can.
John is talking some shit. I don't know if you're seeing this. This is the
No,
kind of
I don't see-
in the chat. He says, "This is the kind of BS I got to deal with after a nice vacation." How dare you, Max?
What? This isn't some Sonic City bullshit.
Oh, why
This
you?
is actual criticism.
Why are you?
How dare he dislikes Sonic CD and then call me a Nintendo fanboy? What the hell, bro?
Dude, you're pulling some shit after you knew John already left. All of a sudden, you come on and start like,
I was trying to get in here. You wouldn't even wait, bro.
dude, We were broadcasting for.
I like the Turtles Kamikaze. You know, I wish it was a better game. I actually thought it was decent until I replayed it, and I'm like, man, nostalgia really gets you because it's not that great.
We'll do the playthrough on another video. Silver Rings. Well, I'm not gonna get to it today. I'm sorry. This is a unique moment. This is and Max has to go in just a minute anyway. He's got bigger fish to fry. You know, we're small potatoes over here.
No,
that's okay.
I'm just usually napping on Monday night.
But in all seriousness,
Yeah, you scheduled us during my nap time. Too.
Hey,
what the hell?
My world and your world do not exist in the same space. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't revolve around you. What? I don't. Anyway.
You could try.
So you don't like Sonic CD? I don't mind it. It's okay,
Sonic
but
CD.
John does not like Sonic CD, and that's why Max
I
was
love
bringing
Sonic
that up.
CD.
Because he was trying to rub salt in the wound on John there. You see, that's the kind of person you are.
I'm just mad he called me Nintendo fanboy.
You are a Nintendo
I have
fanboy.
a Sega CD, and I had a Saturn. I sold my Saturn.
You are.
I have my Dreamcast.
You are a Nintendo fanboy, though.
Oh.
Yeah, you are.
I love Nintendo, but I'm not no Nintendo fanboy.
What is a fanboy? What's
Put Nintendo on a pedestal above everything else.
I mean,
listen, bro. Do you even Sega Rally Revo, bro?
Sega Rally Revo's
I
pretty
went
badass.
back and bought that. I was like, I showed him the goods. I'm like, you 360. He's like, I don't need it.
No, I have it on
Pristine.
PlayStation 3.
Pristine.
Okay, John's back.
$15.
John's back.
Oh, all right, I gotta go.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, bro.
Mac, I thought I knew you, man.
I thought I knew you too.
You were in my house. My wife is like, "How dare you invite this man
Hyperstone
to our
Heist.
house?" And he doesn't like Hyperstone Heist.
It's not that good.
It's a fantastic game. You didn't say it wasn't that good. You said it sucked, and it was a
does
bad
suck.
game.
Oh
It
my
does suck.
god.
It builds up some momentum, and then
Oh my god.
then they
Just about-
totally lost. They
Listen to
totally
this-
lost the imagination on the end levels. It's just like
No,
blah,
it was
blah, blah.
It was a perfect game made by Konami specifically for the Sega Genesis.
There's no even pizza in the boss rush.
You don't need pizza in the boss rush if you're good at the game.
I beat it still.
So you did beat it.
Yes, I got my achievement.
No. I can't believe you, Max. I think this is just another
It
hot
got boring at the end. I was
This
like,
is just another hot take for clout.
well, here no clout. Hyperstone.
He's
Clout.
got to get that hype so cloud.
I played it after I played all the arcade games and the other ones, and I was like, wow, this is levels and just reusing assets from other better games.
Dude. Watch your
Yes,
language.
from the TMNT arcade game, the first one, and then from Turtles in Time, they couldn't do the better effects for Turtles in Time, so it only took certain levels stuff, certain enemies. Yeah,
Wow.
most of the stuff's reused assets, nothing original for it.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about Turtles in Time? Because that's really just a port of the arcade game.
One of the best arcade games ever. That's a plus.
But your argument is the levels are the same. The levels are the same in Turtles in Time.
But it just takes some of the levels, not the coolest levels, the most bland levels.
Nah, there's not even Tatsu. They added Tatsu, however the hell you
Yeah,
say
they
it.
did add that. That's one.
You have Super Shredder.
That was
I can't.
Super Shredder.
I think you need to reevaluate your stance on this, Max.
Super
I can't-
Shredder was okay.
You know what? I'm willing to accept that it's not the best 16-bit. I'm willing to accept. I'll give you a chance now on stream in front of the whole retro community to
Really? There's
to
10
redact your
viewers is the
statement
retro
and go with, you know what? Hey, it's not the best 16-bit one, but it's not a bad game. I can accept that stance.
I feel a lot of pressure here.
Dude,
It's not.
I just don't see how you think it's a bad game.
It's not good. The flow is all over the place. It's like towards the end, it just.
You said it's the
It's
worst of
hard.
the beat 'em ups.
It's
Like-
hard. And you got mad and you raged, and you just got upset. You Max, you might have a little PTSD that you might need to get checked out on this. I think that's really what it comes down to. Maybe talk to somebody, a professional on this. There might be someone.
All right. What do you want me to say? It's not. It's the worst of the 16-bit Turtles beat 'em ups. That's still accurate. I could say that.
Well, there's only two.
We're making
I
progress.
know. There's two. It's the worst of the two. Yes.
I mean,
We're making.
that's a valid opinion.
I'm thinking there's even mod games that are better.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
All
Yeah,
right.
you see what you did. You were making you were making some.
I'm guessing anything's got to be better.
Wow, you know what, Max? You are something else. You are a piece of work. I'm sorry about my language.
I still own it. I had that before I had Turtles in Time. I actually tried to sell it, and that's the one game they wouldn't even buy. They didn't even buy it at the resale shop. They're like, here, take this one back. That's the only reason I still have the cart.
It's probably missing a label or something.
No, it's just cart only. Works. Labels. I'll give it to you. I'll give you my Hyperstone Heist cart.
I have an EverDrive. I'm good. I appreciate it.
Oh, you must not think.
Look, we don't need you to bribe us with your,
Yeah.
you know,
I
like
gave you an out. You refused to take it.
I took it.
I have my own opinions. I don't need you to buy me off.
Well, I got to go. Not that I'm not very interested.
All right.
Talk like another hour about Hyperstone, but I gotta.
Okay, hey, before you go, can we just say, everybody, if you don't know, we're fucking around. We love each other. This is cool. It's just
I'm not. Bye.
no.
No. Screw you guys.
Max, it's cool. You don't like Hyperstone. I think that's insane and stupid, but that's fine. Everyone has their
Think I'm. Okay.
everyone has a
It's
bad
okay
opinion.
to be insane and stupid. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. That's why we love you. So go check
All right,
out.
I'll try it again for you, bros. The Super Retro Bros. I'll give it one more shot. I'll go through it again.
I think that's the least you could do.
I want you
go through
to, Max. I want you to give it another shot, and just keep in mind that it was a game made by Konami that wasn't supposed to be a direct port from the arcade. It was built to be different than the Turtles in Time game.
Yeah,
and
do it.
Appreciate it for what it is, because it's got a bomb ass soundtrack. It plays faster than the Turtles in Time version on SNES, and there's no slowdown.
Okay,
keep that in mind. But we still love you, Max. And
I'll try it again. I'll try it again.
I will try to make it on Super Retro Bros podcast. You guys keep doing it on nights when I work the next day in the office. So I try not to get to I usually try and get to bed early on those nights, but I'll try and make it, because I missed our Too Many Games recap, and I was still upset about that.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Hyperstone Heist is good on the Cowabunga collection, so you could play it on there, and it's a good.
That's where I played it.
Oh, which, by the way, Max, I know you're a big Dreamcast guy. There's a Cowabunga collection on the Sega Dreamcast. Someone put it onto the Dreamcast. You can play it on Dreamcast, the entire collection.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Thought that was interesting. But okay, I'm gonna go for real now.
All right, guys.
Me too.
Thank you so much for
Made
coming
up.
on, guys. I appreciate it.
You made up.
Yeah. Go and everybody go check out Max's show. He's going to be doing. What are you doing tonight?
A rant on Hyperstone Heist.
No, you're not.
No. I'm going to my friend Bruce's first channel. He started a new podcast on Monday talking about comics.
Oh, Brucifer. Okay.
Movies.
Yeah, check out Brucifer's channel, everybody. Go over there and see what's going on. Participate in the discussion. Ask Max some hard questions about Sega Genesis related stuff. Yeah. So Dude, thanks for coming on. This was fun. Sometimes we have differences of opinion, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Even though you're wrong.
I'll get you back. Bye, everyone.
Take care, Max. All right, well, guys, I will do a playthrough on Hyperstone Heist tomorrow, probably. So sorry about this weird little divergent from what I normally do, but we just wanted to have some fun here. So thanks for coming to hang out with us. You guys have a good time, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.